Hey over there, Joe Lunchbox.
And Joy Nightingale.
And today we have landed right here, sitting in our bedroom, but don't get the wrong idea. So, you might be saying, Joe, you're just wearing like a work clothing, same with Joy. You ain't done up.
No.
Well, that's because we got some work to do today. It is Halloween season, and we try to go all out decorating our house. So we figured, why not share that experience with you? So we'll show you the before the house, the after the house, some funny stories while building stuff, getting stuff out of storage, all those fun things. And you might be like, did you already start decorating? The devils hanging on your wall? No, those live there all year round. Yeah, I have a devil wall in our bedroom. It's a long story. When I used to do sideshow, I was a devil clown in one of the sideshows, and I started collecting devil stuff because of it. Let's just actually say it was a short story.
Yeah.
But, so we're sitting on Joy's Chase Lounge, and behind here, you see this hidden doorway? Well, that, my friends, is a little crawl space above our garage. It's not that little, but it's little to get into. It's a little door.
Yeah.
And all of our Halloween, Christmas, Easter, some of our childhood toys, they live in there. So this time of the year, our upstairs where our bedroom is gets flooded when we go in, tear out all the boxes for those said holidays, sort them. I try to put it back, but it's a pain getting in and out there. You'll see in there in a few seconds. You'll see what I mean by it's a pain. And we're going to decorate for Halloween today. And we wanted to share it with you, and hopefully you like that. Because everyone loves Halloween, I think. And if you do, you should like this video by giving it a thumbs up.
Yep.
And if it's your first time to this channel, you always could subscribe to it and see more fun stuff. We're usually out doing adventures, but we love Halloween and figured we're not into the haunts, being scared. We like the festiveness of Halloween, I would feel more.
Well, I thought this was an adventure.
It is an adventure. That is an adventure right there. You'll see in a second. So if you do like that stuff, you should subscribe to our channel. And if you're returning but haven't subscribed yet, you can subscribe too. I won't stop you. Ring the bell. Comment down below. What is your favorite Halloween decoration that you used to decorate every year? But I think it's time to get started. So step right up. Let's go for this ride. We just got to move some furniture. And a bed of nails. And a sword. The moment everyone's waiting for. The mess that is our crawl space. Don't worry, the light's not always on. I turned it on for dramatic effect. When you open, it's better when you see everything. And it's funny, it's obviously not insulated, so once the warm weather comes, this is sealed off and not gone into till the fall. So every time I come see water damage on the wood, all little stuff. But as you can see, we have Christmas basically over here. Some blow molds, empty Lego boxes, because I have the sets built, but I saved the boxes. And this side here, this is mostly all Halloween. But you might be saying, what's this big guy over here? He ain't a blow mold. Well, that's a Home Depot 12-foot scarecrow type pumpkin head skeleton. Yeah, he's coming out. Starting from the Headless Horseman over this way, that all has to come out. But I don't know if you saw in the opening, our ceiling in our bedroom is a little slanted. And I'm just gonna, the fun thing, you see these little boards? That's what I have to stand on. Can't stand there, otherwise I'll be in my garage. Well, on the side of our house, we have over here, this little crawl space. I said I wear work clothing. That's for a specific reason. Well, when you have a 12-foot skeleton and a 8-foot dragon, that's their bodies going all the way down. Don't mind the falling off insulation. But that's them. Just like I'm standing on the rafters here, I get to crawl all the way down, get a piece, and crawl all the way back and hand it off to Joy. And this is what makes decorating for Halloween always fun. Christmas is easy. Everything's right here. This is when it gets challenging. Yeah. Oh, I love my dragon. I love my skeleton. All right. I'm going to get moving. some progress has been made. We moved all the boxes from the right side. We moved a bunch of the Christmas boxes from the left side to the right side so I can get in said crawl space. You see the first two pieces of wood? Then no more wood? That's when it gets fun. Oh man. See the terrible installation job? This one, Joe is 18, doesn't have a clue what he's doing. Found insulation pieces in this crawl space and went, well, I got a staple gun. It's better than nothing. I mean, it's held up for 22 years so far. And it keeps it toasty in here. But I know it definitely doesn't look professional. But I mean, like I said, this is a crawl space. No one goes in crawl space. It's where the dragon lives. And you see this face? This is the face of a man who's done. I'm dreading going in this every year. I dread going in this. But once it's all set up, it's worth it. Whew. This crawl space always takes a lot out of me. We've made it in the crawl space. This is the part I hate. Not falling through our ceilings. We got out skeleton, dragon wings. Now I have body, neck, tail, legs. Oh, that body, that's gonna be a pain to get out. But we got this, Joe. We got this.
Hey Joe, I hope you're not turning into a werewolf.
What are you talking about, Joy?
Because there seems to be a full moon.
Uh-huh.
Hey Joe,
Yeah?
if YouTube doesn't work out for this, you can get a job as a plumber.
Ha, Joy. Ha. Okay.
That's crazy how far down he actually is. He is pretty much up to like where our bed would be on the other side.
Okay.
Alrighty. Onward.
Alright, so we have parts out. We have Scarecrow. I call him Scarecrow. It's the Home Depot 12-foot pumpkin skeleton. We have his base. We have some hay. You see that when you get to the upper parts of getting that 12-foot skeleton, you got to sort of brace him on something. So I feel buying some bales of hay are perfect when it comes to getting his upper body on and his arms and stuff. And then you get to use it for your display. And then we have our dragon.
All bagged up.
All backed up. But I ran into a little problem. This is where we walked to get to our car, and the ground settled, and we need to level the ground before we could build him. Joya and I are always on the road, so I'm terrible with lawn maintenance. So I'm not good at edging. But the good thing is, with not being good at edging, when you're building your 12-foot Home Depot pumpkin skeleton, and you have to balance the ground, just got some splinters. When you got to balance the ground, always wear gloves, kids. Don't do like Joe. I get some good grass dirt to balance the ground now. Not probably enough to balance the ground. Now this dragon, we've had the dragon probably about 6 or 7 years. I forgot when Home Depot saw him, but we got him, I think the second year they saw him. I drove all over Long Island looking for him. We actually found him at a Home Depot in Queens. And everyone raised with a 12-foot skeleton. Mind you, yes, I do have a 12-foot pumpkin skeleton. I still want a 12-foot regular skeleton. But I feel this dragon doesn't get the due that he deserves. And we've been building him for about, like I said, all those years. So he goes up pretty easy. We know how most of he works. At one point a tail broke, we had to glue some stuff. A horn broke off a head, had to glue some stuff. But as you can see right now, we could build him really fast. When we get to that pumpkin skeleton, that's a different story. But dragon, not bad. And I love him so much. Dragon achieved. He's pretty easy. The parts, there's little arrows, you line them up, you turn them. He's built. I actually love him for that reason, because he's an easy thing to get up.
It took us so quick. I mean, the most that's gonna take us is just the ambiance around him.
But yeah, we still have to make
but
him.
I'm
Still got to
saying,
plug him in. Nothing's wired. That's another story for a little later in the video.
Him was super quick, but it's just like the other stuff that goes along with him. Is
Yes.
what takes a little bit longer.
Things that Joy is talking about is every year we work very hard on this Halloween display, and every year people steal chunks of our Halloween display, and I don't know why. It's just a family trying to entertain the neighbors. People come from all over to see our house, and it's annoying that people feel the need to come and steal from people that don't have that much, that are trying to just entertain people. So the dragon, we don't want him to ever be stolen. So we're about to go get like 200 feet of chain, and we chain him to said tree. People go, oh, that's cool decorations. It looks like the dragon's chained up. We go, yeah, it is cool decoration, but its main purpose is so people don't steal our dragon.
That's why we thought of like having the chain, because it goes like with the whole like dragon time.
Medieval.
And it saves us.
And the birdhouses, they don't mind the dragon. Yeah, now we're up to the pumpkin guy. We might not time lapse him, because even in super fast, it might be a half-hour video. You're gonna watch the sunset and all that, but we'll show you him through phases. We got the base down.
Oh my god.
We love the soil.
Please, the easy phases.
No, it's gonna be Joy when I'm like holding him and bracing him, like, hold on, get a video camera.
When I'm like holding, because the legs and like the torso
yeah.
is all set, and I'm just like, oh my god.
But you know the first thing? This one we still need directions, so we're gonna go with directions. So this is why this guy, two-person job. We got someone has to hold him. We're about to put his hips on, because the leg bone's connected to the hip bones, and we get high. Then we have to lay the whole guy down.
We have to tilt him. Yeah.
Here, look. Come look at directions. They say use the giant box. There's nowhere to store that giant box. You saw where he is. This is what the hay bales are for. It's a hint from Joe. Whew. So, as you see, we're staking him down. Now, these signs have some strong wind, and anyone that invests money on a Home Depot 12-foot pumpkin skeleton, I recommend getting some real stakes, because you don't want him to go anywhere. And the real stakes help guarantee it. These obviously do not come with him. We ordered these online. I don't remember what they're called. Just look for tent stakes and you'll find them.
And now we stake it all around.
And then we do the hokey pokey and no hokey pokey. As the sun slowly sets, we got up our pumpkin skeleton, sort of. One of his arms, the bolt, seems to be stripped and not tightening, so he has one arm. And I gotta work on the bolt. Decorating for Halloween is not a one-day process, so we still have a bunch of days till Halloween. It's good. And those hay bales I was talking about, you see his support beams? Where kids trick or treat, the hay bales are really good, so kids don't trip over those support beams. But we're also going to use this hay bale for something else. See this clothing on the rocking chair? Some foreshadowing. Now you might be saying, Joe, that was a lot of decorations you had in the crawl space. Well, don't worry, that's not all. I have to get this bag. It lives in the garage. This in this bag. No, it's not trash. This is my favorite Halloween decoration. But the crawl space up on there, the heat sort of ate away at it. So it lives in the garage now. And garden slowly dying, but these metal guys, they move from the garden to the front of the house for Halloween. We switched from my farmer pig head to a skeleton head on this guy. A little rusty, but his head comes off. And for Halloween itself, we put a plate on there. It came with a metal plate, and a jack-o'-lantern goes there. But for till Halloween, just a skeleton head. I know what you're all asking. Joe, what's in the bag? Well, would you believe me if I said a 12-foot long hanging pirate skeleton? Because it is. So where he lives, now in the garage, you can see why. That little crawl space above the garage, that attic space, it gets really hot in the summer, and his paint didn't fare well with the heat. This is one of our first Halloween decorations. I'm gonna say we probably have him 15, 20 years. He goes up every year, even though I know he's shows his age, but he's a neighborhood favorite. But getting him up is always a fun thing, because if you see my lovely wife up there waving out of our guest bedroom window, well, he gets hung between those windows, and he's a little too big to go out those windows. So we get to get him up there a fun way. First, Joy gets to catch the rope.
Oh my gosh.
Ready? First, Joe has to throw the rope to Joy. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Whoa! That was like almost a really bad throw.
I know, I would have caught you though. Camera, you would have died, sorry.
It's okay.
All right, now she throws the other end of the rope back down to me. She usually throws the bundle part down and holds the end, but and now I climb the rope with the guy. No, I'm joking.
No!
All right. Thanks to Boy Scout 2.5 hitches, a rope tied around him.
Time.
Joy gets nervous every time. I'll be honest, his head has fallen off a few times over the years. There is a lot of silicone, Duco cement, crazy glue. All right, now I get to run up and help using some tie wraps. Joy put him actually on the window, so we'll be back in a few. And there he is, my pirate skeleton in all his glory. It's funny, this long cloak, whatever you want to call it, the fabric that hangs from him, sometimes he blows, gets caught in our gutters and leaders and tied to our trees. But he's up there with these tie wraps. Tie wraps are the king for decorating for Halloween. Next, this guy goes up with a tie wrap. Right there. I got this one. I know he's not a traditional skeleton. Something about him remind me of Darth Maul. Spikes on the head. And I like that. I figured this would be like Darth Maul's brother's skeleton head. Alright, things are coming along good. We got our scarecrow, 12-foot scarecrow pumpkin skeleton up. We got some lights. They need to be wired. We got this guy. We got caution tape, metal signs, pirate skeleton. Things are coming along. Dragon, he's chained up. We also chained him, not besides the theft. One time he fell over. We had to epoxy his horn back on. Because we like you, Mr. Dragon. But now, see, that rocking chair looks a little empty. I think it needs a scarecrow. Other reason I get the bales of hay, besides putting up our 12-foot Home Depot pumpkin skeleton, is to make a scarecrow. Now, before we start making him, I got a quick story. It was a night many years ago, just like this. The moon was out, but the sun has fully set. I started filling this scarecrow. Now, sometimes people ask me, Joe, you're married to Joy. Why don't you wear a wedding band? Do you not love her? And first I say, how rude! And then I tell them the story of this scarecrow. Because those years ago, me and Joy were out here, it's probably about 11 at night, making this scarecrow, filling him from head to toe with hay. And that's when I looked down and went, my wedding band was always a little big. Oh no, Joy, I'm missing my wedding band. And mind you, we were making them over there that year. It's pitch black. Nothing was wired again yet. And the wedding band's nowhere to be found. We run and we get flashlights. We look all around. It's not there. This was about 10 at night. We proceeded for the next 5 hours till 3 a.m. to take apart every piece of hay in this scarecrow. When you know it was the last leg, last thing we checked. We checked heads, arms, leg, second leg. We found my wedding band. And Joy went, you could not wear that now because I don't want you to ever lose it. And if it's that loose, so I'm changing a saying. People are like, it's finding a needle in a haystack. I'm changing the saying. It's like finding a wedding ring in a scarecrow. And there you go, all decorated. But we don't only decorate the outside of our house. Oh no. Wait till you see inside. And wait till we show you this all at night. From clowns to trouble over there who ate my wedding band, to classic blow molds, to my favorite, the dragon. You ready to hoot and holler tonight, Mr. Dragon? And the before in the living room. Pay no attention to that spider candelabra. Yes, it might be Halloween decorations, but we just got that when we were in Ohio at Foy's Halloween, their prop store. And yeah, and we didn't put it away because it's Halloween time. So we'll put a link to that video down below when we were in Fairborn, Ohio, the Halloween capital of Ohio. But don't pay attention to that. See, this is the before. And if you think the decorations stick to outside, oh, you have another thing coming. Headless Horseman just built. I mean, I'm a New Yorker. I gotta represent Washington Irving and put a Headless Horseman in our front window. And I say when we decorate, we don't only decorate the outside of the house, we decorate the inside too. Like vintage paper decorations to the switch. Hanging on our kitchen door. To our china closet. All the little Halloween tchotchkes, wind-up toys, candles, figurines, goes on it. If you see in the window, we have some classic make it and bake it's. Autos, what you see from the outside. More decorations. Once we start, we just can't stop. Some classic animatronics, pumpkins my mom bought at her old job, but one was making them. I love these old fold-out paper decorations, and I know we even got some new Halloween buckets. We're still waiting for the pumpkin one. And that's just the stairs heading up to our second floor. Now the living room. I can see a little bit of reflecting in the TV. This is where it gets good. This was Joy's grandma's writing desk, and now it holds some classic blow molds and some. Joy loves her Sally collection. She likes Nightmare Before Christmas, but Sally's it. And I've been working on a Devil collection. We have some snow globes by our front door. In the window, some little decorations. You can never go wrong with corn. But here it is. Oh, our living room. Like I said, we go Halloween. From cats to skeleton mechanical banks. But the mantle area is what I feel is my favorite. From carved out pumpkins to crows to witch candles and pumpkins on hay bales to Joy's blow mold Sally to my those little cheap skeletons like a Fiji mermaid, a squirrel holding a skeleton acorn. That spider, that doesn't look anatomically correct, but I don't care. The coffee table, even the sofa gets festive. Halloween throw pillows. Our Vermont teddy bears, one dressed like a devil. Like I said, I have a devil collection. And the other is a zombie Vermont teddy bear dressed as a clown. You can't go scarier than zombie clowns. Tons of little vintagey stuff that we've had. Or new, some new. Snoopy 50th's new. Our good friends Rob and Mandy just gave Joy this pumpkin train. This one has always been one of my favorites. The little cat and the mouse inside. He used to be toasting a marshmallow, but over the years his little stick with marshmallow gave way. But like I said, it's not just the outside, inside too, but the outside at night. That's the creme la resistance. But these 5 pumpkins, well, I got a little story about these 5 pumpkins. You might be looking at these 5 pumpkins going, those are the coolest carved pumpkins ever seen. Are they traditional Halloween looking? No. Are they tiki and belong in a tiki bar? Yes. That's why I love them. My mom used to work at a veterinarian over 10 years ago, and while there, one of the women there was very crafty and was selling carved pumpkins, usually with faces more like spooky trees or cats. And my mom was talking to her how I love tikis, and the mom was like, well, I could do tiki pumpkins. And this has to be one of my favorite gifts I ever got for Halloween. A set of 5 tiki pumpkins. I mean, they define me. I love Halloween, I love the festive feelings, but I love rum bars, tiki culture, and they're one of my favorite Halloween decorations I own. I just have to share that with you.
So we finally finished putting this together. Obviously, you saw it in the day while it was going on. No, Joe.
Yeah?
The axe. It's a little too scary.
Oh. So I shouldn't come out trick-or-treaters with the axe?
No.
Well, let's show them everything else.
Oh my god, we got the dragon going on.
We have Freddy Krueger singing to us.
I love my dragon. He's so cool. We got the witch. You can see her lights going off.
Dragon, I know you like your attention, but then you set Freddy off, and we have to hear the singing kids again. We're trying to see some other stuff. The guy got his arm. Well, in the morning you saw it, but you remember I fixed his arm. There was a problem with the bolt. I love his LED eyes, the fire sparkling in his mouth and in his chest. We already went pumpkin picking. We'll put a link to that video down below, but now you can see the haul. We have all the gourds, the little pumpkins, to more gourds, to the axe, to a lot of pumpkins. And you might be like, they're not carved. Well, we'll carve them like 2 or 3 days for Halloween so to make sure they're really nice and still fresh for the trick-or-treaters. And then Joy's favorite fella right here.
Oh my god, trouble.
I can't. Hey, wake up. Oh.
Are you scared of clowns?
No.
Well, you should be.
Why? I love him. The festive lights. Then I feel like this is some more of the classic. We have the projection of ghosts on the wall and spider webs and Otto from Hicks Nursery. My favorite guy up top always gets lost at night, but we do have some eyes peering out on each side of that pirate hanging guy. Little jack-o'-lantern lanterns in the window and lights. And this guy, Joey got me this guy when he was great.
I was one of the first ones. I like him.
Well, I probably shouldn't even have as many lights going as we're going. Some sneaking up over that window and actually going inside. I need to get outdoor electric, but it's a little rough for trick-or-treaters. If you follow this extension cord, it actually has to go through our letter slot to plug everything in. One day I'm gonna have electric out here and have tons of light and the willow tree lit up, and Joy already lights my heart though, so I don't have to worry about that. It's the ultimate dream. Isn't just that we do the front of our house, that we wrap our house, we have a corner house, and do our side yard, our backyard, and just decorate. Do you like that idea, Mr. Ghost? Oh, yes, very much so. What did you do, Joy?
That's my pet.
When little kids are coming up to trick or treat, they think that Scarecrow is real. But when this dragon goes off, they might actually not just be a little spooked. I think it scares them.
I think it was like a few of the kids, like they won't even come up the walkway. They'll stay like all that
At the curb, yeah. And Joy has to run down and give them candy
or they'll do like the long walk around.
So our house, all decorated for Halloween. We were happy that we got to do this. We were happy every year that we have to do it for trick-or-treaters. But that we shared it with you this year is something very special to me. Mm-hmm. It is Joy's favorite holiday, and I embrace it. I like to live it. I like to go full-hearting straight into Halloween. I mean, it's amazing when we have people going, my aunt told me about this house and I drove all the way from Queens, and we've seen some massive houses. I don't think what we do is great. I don't think it's bad, but I think it's cool.
Where we are, it's definitely it catches the eye.
Yeah, you can see we are embracing Halloween. So thank you for coming, and if you stayed to the way, I really appreciate it. All the way to the end here, but that is the end. Mm-hmm. We're going to say bye and call it now. So decorating for Halloween. Been there, done that. Remember, folks, safe travels.
Good eats.
And live life. Oh, spooky Mr. Clown over there. Let's make him talk one more time. What do you have to say if I jiggle your belly?
Come on. I was just trying to make people laugh. Can't anyone take a joke?
I know after seeing all those Halloween decorations outside, you probably only have one question. With all those decorations, how many trick-or-treaters do you get? We get a few. In fact, to show you, this is the candy we've got for the trick-or-treaters. And I'll be honest, I don't know if it's enough.